The big news in the NBA this week came up on Tuesday night. LeBron James was asked about playing with Anthony Davis, with the Lakers and Pelicans getting set to meet tomorrow night here on ESPN. And what he said to ESPN's Dave McMenamin was, quote, "That would be amazing, like duh, that would be incredible." And that, of course, had absolutely everyone talking about that delicious possibility. With that thought in mind, we bring in the Hall of Famer from TNT, the most entertaining man in sports. Charles Barkley is with us this morning on Get Up. Good morning, Sir Charles.
Good morning, guys. Happy holidays.
To you as well. Jalen's here, Maria's here, and let's start right with that, because we've had this conversation a million times about these super teams that they love putting together these days. What would you make of Anthony Davis and LeBron James together in LA?
Well, I think it'd be unfortunate for the NBA, but when I heard that Anthony Davis had signed with Clutch Sports, I knew the fix was in. That's the first thing that came to my mind when he signed with Rich Paul, who's a fantastic agent. When the first time I heard Anthony Davis signed with Clutch, I said, Anthony Davis is going to L.A. So I feel like the fix has been in for like over a year now, and that's unfortunate for the NBA.
Tell us why. Why specifically, in your opinion, is it unfortunate for the NBA?
Well, I don't like super teams because, number one, it makes teams unbeatable, like when KD went to the Warriors, but also it ruins the franchise. If Anthony Davis leaves New Orleans, they'll be irrelevant. And that's unfortunate. We want competitive balance in the NBA. But, you know, LeBron, as great as he is, when he started putting he has to take some blame for putting together the super team in Miami. Then KD trumped him and went to Golden State. And now I guess AD and LeBron are going to team up. So I don't like super teams. I don't think it's good for the league.
Chuck, speaking of Los Angeles, the Clippers have quietly not only had a good season, but there are rumors that they're pursuing both Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard. What would you make of the Staples Center if the Lakers had the Brow and LeBron and the Clippers had KD and Kawhi?
Well, then we'd have two good teams in the NBA, maybe three at the most. Yeah, you know, listen, like I say, I'm never going to be in favor of super teams. KD's a great player. Kawhi's a great player. But like I say, I would like competitive balance. I mean, right now, the only good story in the NBA this year is the Denver Nuggets. They've been fantastic. You know, I told people, Jalen, I'll give you credit too. You said the same thing. I said a month ago, 2 months ago, the Denver Nuggets is going to be a surprise team of the NBA. But also, I'll go a step further. I think the Joker should be the front runner for MVP right now.
He's been terrific. And for a player like KD, Chuck, we've seen him in OKC get a chance to play with Russ and Harden. Now we see him with the Golden State Warriors running with their terrific team. What would it say about KD if he left this situation with Golden State, where he's back-to-back champion and finals MVP, and tries to go to another squad next season?
Well, number one, it would say he hates Draymond Green first and foremost. But I think this will be a little bit different because he joined a team that had won, 70 games, had beat him when he was up 3-1 in the finals. It would be a little bit different in that aspect. So those to me are two different scenarios. Going to Golden State was really unfortunate for KD. But if he went to another team that won 70 games and coming off championships, that'll be a little different scenario for me.
He had some comments recently that I'm really interested to hear what you thought of them when Kevin Durant made comments that the environment around LeBron James is toxic. That is the word that he chose to use. I'm sure you were aware of the comments. What were your thoughts on KD saying that? What do you think of it?
Well, I think when you're around LeBron, he's going to be in complete control. He's going to be in complete control. He's a great man. He's a great player, but he's going to be in control. And you have to accept the fact that you're going to get the blame if you don't win. You know, there's this narrative in the NBA that when LeBron wins, he's great, great, great. When he doesn't win, the players around him suck. I think that's what KD was referring to because he's on such a high pedestal now. He's going to get all the credit, and whoever plays with him going to get all the blame. That's what happened with the Cavaliers last year, and that's what's happening with the Lakers now because the Lakers aren't a good team. The Lakers stink. And it's LeBron's great, and he is great, but the rest of the players stink. And I think that's what KD didn't really want to say, but that's a fact.
So if the Lakers stink, and I may agree with you, I'm not 100% sure, who is good in the West? If we obviously we buy into the Warriors, you like the Nuggets. Who doesn't stink in the West if the Lakers stink?
Well, what I mean by that, Mike, is the Warriors are terrific. The Denver Nuggets are terrific. But the Lakers aren't better than the Trailblazers, the Timberwolves, the Spurs, the Rockets. So they're not better than any of those teams. The Denver Nuggets and the Warriors are head and shoulders above every team. And like I say, Djokovic should be the MVP. With the amount of injuries that they have, for them to have the best record in the NBA, he should be the front runner for MVP. But when I say the Lakers stink might be too strong of a word, but they're not better than Houston. They're not better than Portland. They're not better than the Spurs. So that's what I mean when I say they're just a mediocre team.
Let's talk about Houston for a second. You guys have them tonight on TNT against the Heat, and they win their 5th straight game last night. They set an all-time record for most threes. We saw where they were a year ago. We see how slowly they've started this year. Are the Rockets a team that can become a legitimate threat to Golden State at some point?
No, they cannot. They regress, losing Luke Marbute and the Trevor Ariza. That was a step back. So, no, they can't become what the Warriors or the Denver Nuggets are.